In the U.S., Donald Trump is facing Nikki Haley in the New Hampshire primary today. The former president and the former UN ambassador are the last two standing in the race to get the Republican nomination this year, with Donald Trump still far ahead. Here's more of what they both had to say ahead of the vote.
We do have a country to save. But I'll promise you this. If you join with me in this movement, if you go to the polls tomorrow and take 5 people with you, and you commit to getting us back on track, I will spend every single day proving to you that you made a good decision.
Tomorrow is the day that each and every one of you is going to cast the most important vote of your entire life. This is a very, very important vote. When you step into that voting booth, you're going to be signaling that we want crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country. We got to get him out.
France 24's Fraser Jackson is in New Hampshire. He told us more about what to look out for in today's vote.
As soon as I arrived here in New Hampshire, I went straight to a Nikki Haley rally where she was trying to drum up last-minute support at a packed hotel room, it must be said. The queue was so long that they were doing one in, one out. There was about 50-odd people outside waiting to get into that event. But inside, Nikki Haley poised herself as a clear choice to what she called the establishment. She is trying to put herself forward as a new choice for Republican politics. She said, quote, "When you go out on Tuesday, you're going to decide, do you want more of the same or do you want something new?" This comes after days of personal attacks on Donald Trump. She's been mentioning his mental faculties. This came after Donald Trump mistakenly said that she was Nancy Pelosi, effectively, numerous times at a rally on Friday. So she's been using that against him in recent days. But there are many different reasons why people are choosing to vote for Nikki Haley, as I found out when I chatted to some of her voters. Take a listen.
She does have experience both as a governor, that gives her executive experience, and working with the United Nations in terms of international relations experience. I think that's helpful. Yes, I'm very much more of a not Trump voter than a pro-Nikki Haley voter. I'm not particularly excited about her. I just think the alternative is really quite awful for the country.
She's very similar to him on a number of policy issues. The difference is I just don't want the chaos anymore. I think there is too much animosity in our country between the parties. And I just remember a time when we were much more unified and we could get much more done at that time. Win or lose, she's going to take a lot of delegates out of the state. And she's going to go the distance. For people to believe that this primary is over by the end of 2 states is ridiculous, because that's not how our country operates.
Now, she is double digits behind in the polls, and to win, Nikki Haley is going to have to pull off something miraculous. She's going to have to win the population centres like Manchester, where I am now, and also expect record turnouts. Though Manchester here could be a real bellwether. If we're seeing when the results start coming in that she's close to even 1 or 2 points behind or neck and neck with Donald Trump, that will mean that she has outperformed herself here. But again, she also needs record turnouts. The GOP, the Republican Party here, expects 320,000 people to turn out on Tuesday. That's up 30,000 from the record set in 2016. Now, Trump won in 2016 by about 60,000 votes, but remember, the field then for second place was much more fragmented. We had many more moderate candidates running in that race, including Ted Cruz, Chris Christie, John Kasich as well, whereas now it is a one-on-one battle between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump, so she fancies her odds. However, she's also tempering expectations. She said that she's not expecting to win the state, but it's hoping that she'll get more momentum to head into her home state of South Carolina in about a month's time.